Greetings everyone. Guys, in this video I'm going to be discussing why looks is your only problem. Your problem isn't that you don't go outside. Your problem isn't that you don't take a shower. Your problem isn't that you don't get a haircut. Your only problem when it comes to dating, relationships, and hooking up with women is that you don't have the looks. Your only problem is the looks. There are chads and chad lights who don't go outside. They sit all day on dating apps and they slay and they pull tons and tons of women just because they have the looks. They never leave the house. They never leave the basement. They never leave the computer. All they do is swipe right on the attractive women on dating apps. Those women swipe right on them. They FaceTime. They invite each other over and then they hook up. That's how the modern dating market works. That's how women and men are hooking up. Chads aren't going outside. Chad lights aren't going outside. People are hooking up by staying at home. So don't let people gaslight you by telling you, your problem, bro, is that you don't go outside. Your problem is you're not approaching enough. Your problem is you're not talking to enough women. That isn't your problem, bro. Guys, the problem is if you're struggling with women, if you're struggling in the dating market, if your volume is low, if you're not sleeping with the caliber of women you want to sleep with, the problem is you just don't have the looks. You don't have the physical characteristics that women want. You're not a chad, you're not a chad light. You're not tall enough. Your face doesn't look good enough. Your jawline doesn't look good enough. Your hair doesn't look good enough. Your eye area doesn't look good enough. Your teeth don't look good enough. Every aspect of your body, every aspect of your looks does not look good enough for the woman. That's why she's choosing other chads, other chat lights over you. Maybe you're a sub 5. Maybe you're an incel. Maybe you're a normie. Maybe you're a high tier normie. That is not enough in this modern dating market to compete. That is not enough in this modern dating market to slay. Yes, of course, normies do get women. Yes, of course, high-tier normies do get women. But the volume and the quality is not there. Most normies are sleeping with land whales. Most normies are dealing with women who have multiple children. Most normies are dealing with women who are in and out of therapy who are crazy. Normies and high-tier normies aren't getting the 8s, 9s, and 10s. Normies and high-tier normies aren't getting the 10 out of 10 Stacy's. They're not getting the women that look like Megan Fox. They're not getting the most attractive women on the dating market. They're settling. All that coping they're doing, they're settling. And they don't want to accept that their problem in the dating market isn't that they're not holding frame, isn't that they don't have confidence. It's not that they don't have game or riz. Their problem in the dating market, they don't have the looks. That's the only problem, is the looks. It's not about taking a shower. It's not about putting on the most expensive Gucci cologne. It's not about walking out in the most expensive clothes or driving in the most expensive car. It's not about any of those things. It's about having the looks. The modern dating market is all about having the looks. There's guys that have the looks, they pull the attractive hot women, and there's guys who don't have the looks that either accept the black pill or they cope. They cope with red pill, they cope with blue pill, they cope with game, they cope with cold approaching, they cope with a bunch of different strategies that ultimately don't work. Women are going for the guys who have the looks. So it's not about going outside. It's not about touching grass. It's not about putting yourself out there. It's just about having the looks and using those looks to your advantage. Once the guy has the looks, once he does the Looksmaxing, once he ascends through either surgery, hard maxing, or soft maxing, then he can put his pictures on dating apps. Then he can cold approach. Then he can go to bars and clubs and his life is going to drastically change. What ultimately matters is not just about attracting women, it's about attracting high quality women. If you're not sleeping with Instagram tier women, if you're not sleeping with TikTok tier women, if you're not sleeping with Visco tier women, I'm talking highly attractive women, blonde hair, blue eyes, blonde bombshells. I'm talking the most attractive women on the dating market. If you're not sleeping with those women, there's nothing to brag about. Guys don't get any brownie points for sleeping with land whales. Guys don't get any brownie points for sleeping with sub 5 women. Guys don't get any brownie points for sleeping with unattractive women. All that matters is if you're pulling hot, youthful women. That's what matters, is the quality. Sleeping with 10 out of 10 women. Those women are sleeping with the Chads and the Chad Lights. And the Chad and the Chad Light, they don't have a haircut. They didn't get a haircut this month. They haven't got a haircut in the past 6 months. They were letting it grow out. The problem in this dating market isn't that you don't have a haircut. You just don't have the looks. And the looks, when we say the looks, we mean the height, we mean the face, we mean the body frame. That's what the looks are. The looks isn't body language. The looks isn't voice. The looks isn't some mindset that you have. The looks is the physical. It's what she sees. It's the physical appearance. That's what matters in the modern dating market, is the looks. A guy, a sub 5 or normie, can get a haircut every single day for the rest of his life. He can get a shape up. He can get a trim. He can get his beard shaved. He can have the best looking haircut in the world. But if he doesn't have those looks, nothing is going to happen. If he isn't 6 foot with a great face and a great body frame, nothing's going to happen. If he doesn't have the looks, if he doesn't have the jawline, the eye or the hair that women want, nothing is going to happen. Guys, understand that when you have the looks, women naturally come to you. Women will naturally put themselves in your presence. Women will naturally send you choosing signals. Women will naturally touch on you and grind on you because you have the looks. They're going to come in your personal space. They're going to start conversations with you. They're going to initiate contact with you. They're going to give you their number. They're going to want to hang out with you. They're going to invite you over to their place. No game needed. No charisma or personality needed. None of that nonsense is needed when you have the looks. It's not about being NT. It's not about being neurotypical. It's not about oofy doofy maxing. It's not about personality maxing. The only problem is you just don't have the looks. If you have to go on a forum and ask what you did wrong, you don't have the looks. If you have to go to a dating coach and ask what you said wrong, you don't have the looks. If you're struggling in the dating market, women are flaking and ghosting on you, you don't have the looks.